Hi everyone, this is Chris Lafleur. We're back in the tasting room and we are tasting lot 808 today, a Cabernet Sauvignon from the North Coast. Now North Coast is a big appellation. It includes Napa Valley, Sonoma County, Lake County, and Mendocino, which I'm learning as a Canadian is not pronounced Mendocino. But we'll get there, guys, I'm still learning. So this wine, being that it's from a large appellation, means it can be blended from a lot of different spots. But there's also strict legislation around the naming of things. So it actually could be from one spot and just happens to not be allowed to be called that. What I can tell you for sure is that some of the Cabernet Sauvignon in here comes from a high elevation in a pretty good spot within that region. So definitely worth investigating just based on that alone. Now let's talk about the nose and the smell. First off, you can see, before we actually get there, that this has got a little bit of garnet on it. It's got a bit of development, and it's showing itself, especially on the rim. You've still got a pretty great ruby core, but it's becoming a bit garnet as we go towards the edges here. Now on the nose, there's a bounty of fruit. There's a lot of raspberry, brambles, blackberry, a little dark cherry, and it all feels like, if you were to picture it, like a big ripe bouquet sitting on your table. There's also a little bit of caramel and toast and a little baking spice, which suggests that this spends time in oak, and I can confirm to you, this spends 18 months in oak with 30% of those barrels being completely new, so never before touched. So, as we taste this, I think we're gonna see a big change in how that presents on the nose to the palate, but let's confirm together. Okay, it was too hard to spit that one, so I just had to drink it because it's a very good wine. Oh boy, and there's a lot going on. The fruit changes from the palate to the nose, or to the nose to the palate. It becomes a little bit more ripe than overripe. It still feels like a big cluster on the table. And then the structure begins to take over. We still have great acidity because my mouth is watering. And we also have some tannins that are present on the palate. And here's the thing to note. If you ever find that you can't really pick out what's stronger, the acidity or the tannin, they're probably about the same and maybe kind of high because you're still tasting them both and they're balancing each other. One's making your mouth dry and one's making it water. So it's a kind of a neat push and pull. I get a lot of both of those on the palate. There's acidity here that makes the wine feel racy and alive, and there's tannin here that makes the wine feel structured. So if you wanted to drink this now, you absolutely could. If you wanted to lay this down, you absolutely could. Though I would say probably not too long, maybe 6 months. Where does this fit in your cellar? Well, just about anywhere. I would say this is a great everyday sipper, something to have on a Tuesday, something to have with some friends that have come over after work, something to have on your own, on your back porch, or looking out the window pensively at the sunset. It's a wonderful wine for all occasions. It's very easy drinking, even for a wine with great structure like this. So get a case, lay some of it down, and drink the rest now. You cannot go wrong with this. It's too beautiful. With that, I will see you at the next glass.